Good morning and welcome to Dusobox. We're glad you're visiting our facility and we're happy to show you everything that we can do, and hopefully you can take away some good ideas as far as what you can do in your own plant. I'm John Kelley. I'm the president of Dusobox. I'm third generation family member to run this business. I'm very proud of what we do here. Together with my brother Richard and a team of 80 some odd great people, our company exceeds and excels at both execution and both print and converting. So welcome.
For John Kelley, the well-being of the families is linked to the well-being and success of Dusobox. The implementation of modern enterprise applications helps Dusobox to adapt to new products and meet current customer needs. 4 people support our data analytics to improve the business's information needs and support real-time decisions.
Here at Duso, we are proud of what we do in servicing both national and local brands, industrial packaging as well. You can get a sense of a little bit of what we do behind me, both on the display and the retail side.
Displays designed for engineering performance, beautiful design, and production capabilities to take from small to big orders with a wide variety of designs.
When we built this facility 4 years ago, we moved from a building that my grandfather built in 1967. We built a state-of-the-art facility. The main focus was the collaboration and the open environment, so our sales, client service, and design teams could openly collaborate and work together solving the daily problems of our customers' needs. In this area, we do all our setup and structural design. We have all the latest tools for our structural engineers and the ability to set up full pallet displays, aisle displays, and visualize them before we finalize them and send them to the customer. In our new facility, we moved from 67,000 feet to 150,000 feet. The biggest focus was on material flow and workflow. At our old building, we had 1 door and 4 docks. In this new facility, we receive at 5 and ship from 12 with a very thought-through workflow. Most of our items have more than 1 touch. In fact, we're probably closer to 3 touches per item as opposed to a traditional box plant where you're seeing 1 to 1.5. Behind the camera is all our work in process storage, and then all feeding right into the main line in our main converting lines. As you can imagine, in the retail and display industry, tooling is a critical part, and we have an abundance of it, as you can see. All right, we're in our maintenance department. With this high-tech equipment means we have to have high-tech tools to keep the high-tech running. And when everybody thinks about it, these giant machines, even though they weigh 250,000 pounds, can be they're nothing more than giant computers. And unless we're keeping every bit of it at the most optimal levels of condition and building predictability into our maintenance cycle, they don't remain with an uptime of north of 95%. Now, we use a system called Agility, developed with CAMBRICA, and it's a full-blown system where we actually are building artificial intelligence into it to bring predictability into our maintenance process, which is critical in bringing more uptime to what we do. We've got a team of 5 very skilled technicians that all work from tablets as well as from the computers, and all the machines, their parts explosions, their electrical schematics, and all drawings have actually been digitized, and they have access to them wherever they are in the plant. In these crazy times that we've been in for the last 7 months, we've had to resort to many measures to keep all the staff safe and keep the virus out of our facility. One of the things that we're an early adopter in is a ultraviolet cleaning sanitizing tool from Oxitec. Now what we can do is we can do basically a square foot a second with ultraviolet light over any touch point. We use it both internally in the office, all the touch points in the plant, forklifts, machines, etc., to keep everyone safe here. In this area, we do all our tooling control and management, as well as ink formulation and blending. All right, next we're going to start into the manufacturing space. We'll start at our 5-color Gopfert and then move to some laminating, some traditional converting, autoplaten cutting and creasing, especially folding gluing, and then we'll end up at digital. We're now at our 5-color Gopfert, which precipitated the move to this great new facility 4 years ago. At the time, we invested in some of the greatest technology Gopfert had relative to full sheet inspection, automatic register control, full sheet plate clean or full plate cleaning, IR dryers, and many more options that too many to go into. We run high volume brown, and we run some of the finest multicolor graphics on this press in the region. Come and we can look at some of the features. Here we're looking at the inspection station where we're reading every sheet at even up to 1,000 feet a minute. So everyone is looking for a certain print faults. The pressman is dialed in on this one key area for the customer, and that's what the camera system is very much focused on. And any print fault that comes out is ejected and doesn't get to the customer. You know, some of the other features of this press are we have the automatic register control, both through and across and diagonally. We have the quick change analog scroll features, the pre-feeding, which we probably previously talked about, and then one of the best down stackers that's ever been made. So we're making perfect units coming off the press, going to the customer or going to the internal customer. All right, we're looking down at the 5 print stations in towards the feeder. It's our first venture into a pre-feeder and fully automatic loading of that. It's been a great productivity gain for us, and I know the team here on the press very much appreciates it too. Let's take a look at a few of the inspection features and some of the other areas that we focus on here. In this area is where we do our color inspection and color measurement. We use a system called Measure Color. We're printing all spot colors and process colors to a delta E of 1.5 or less. You can see this job was run previously, big flood coat coverage, dark colored blue on model white. Behind me is one of 2 laminating lines that we run here. This is an Automaton 4260, where we do our medium to small size laminating, and then another part of the plant we do our large format laminating. But we are running a multitude of other pieces of equipment. One of the things that we did at the new facility, we had a blend of new and existing equipment. Every piece of equipment that came into the building, though, was stripped down if it was older to match the color pattern of all the new equipment. Whether it's a 20-year-old Automaton, whether it's a 60-year-old printer slotter, or a 50-year-old flexo-folded gluer. They're all made to feel and look the same, even though the levels of technology are certainly different. But again, it's all about consistency in what we do on an everyday basis. In this area, we're walking up to the Bob's Vision Cut. This was the first machine 7-8 years ago where I made the decision that we would only invest in new technology and deploy the greatest amount of technology for both productivity and quality. With the power register, we're reading at the lead edge of every sheet and reorienting as needed for print-to-cut registration. The same went for what we do on the Gopfert with full sheet inspection, automatic register control. The same was deployed in the new specialty folded gluers and also in our digital area. This is our Bop 160 power register system. With the power register system, we do a multitude of cutting and creasing here, both on flexo printed sheets as well as laminated sheets and unprinted sheets. As you know, I mean, the highest level of precision comes from this type of cutting and creasing, and we pride ourselves at being one of the best at it. Here we're at the Bomular Dusobox 3.2 meter XL, specialty folded gluer, configured for straight line, automatic bottom, 4-corner, 6-corner, and multi-point display gluing. Also with the Impro e-commerce tape and tear strip application. We're running straight line today, litho laminated items, and let's take a walk down through the press. We're running straight line, 80-pound litho laminated to craft, So with automaton laminate, cut and crease on the box, auto flatten, and then glue on the bomular, or it could glue on the expert fold, one or the other. So we take a look at the end of the machine where we have some of the most innovative bundling technology to make these machines the most productive they can be. We use the SMB, which is now owned by Signode. I think they call it the SigCore now, but one of the, in my opinion, one of the best bundle control and bundling units we have in our industry. So let's take a walk. Part of what makes specialty folded gluers most productive is the handling on the back end and minimizing what the third man on the team has to do. With the SMB bundlers, we control even an automatic bottom on all four sides. And we also use wider strapping where it's non-marking for sensitive items like these litho lamb cartons. We have the SMB on the bomular and also on the Bob's Expert Fold. Even on a sensitive laminated carton like this, with the wider strapping, we're not marking or, otherwise creating a objectionable fault to the customer on a high-end package like this. As previously mentioned, on both our specialty folded gluers, we have the ability to apply transfer tape for e-commerce type cartons and display, as well as tear strips. On the small machine, we're using a traditional tape, and then on the bomular on the big machine, we're actually using an extrusion system, obviously a higher speed, more accurate placement, and less adhesive going down, and also a reduced cost point. So it's a dedicated system just to this press, where the tape system we can interchange between both presses. Behind me is our Bob's Expert Fold 165 with capability of straight line, automatic bottom, 4 corners, 6 corner, and multi-point display gluing. We also have full glue detection on this line, as we do on all our specialty folded gluing lines. We're running a laminated shelf-ready package for some sort of food product. In this very noisy area of the plant is our waste. We brought all the waste collection under roof and capture all the dust with a series of 6 bag houses. And, we're generating, multiple trailer loads a week of cuttings that all go back for recycling, as you all do in your own plants. We're completely conveyorized through the plant, and with all automation feeding all the main machines, both in and out. We're walking through some of the holding area for finished goods and work in process. Like I said earlier, we have multiple touches on many of the things that we do, and so it is cycling back through the manufacturing process. We have a small space for finished goods storage and staging for outbound loads. And next we're going to go into our digital area, and where it's nice and cool and very colorful. In our finished goods and shipping area, we, as in the entire factory, both incoming work in process sheets, stock sheets, the whole manufacturing process is all controlled through our Kiwi Plan system. Throughout the building, we have full RF capability, and every unit, when it's moved, is going to a new location and marked accordingly within our system. Many benefits to this, both from an inventory management and also waste control standpoint. All the forklifts have barcode reading capability, and all automated coming off of the inbound sheets coming in, as well as the outbound loads going out. The final area we'll visit today is our digital printing and converting area, and welcome. In our digital space, we run a HP 15500 HDR machine. It's a multi-pass 6-color printer. With our digital printing, as well as in our 5-color flexo on the output, as well as our proofing. We maintain G7 master certification for color space. We take color very seriously here and are constantly measuring it on a daily basis and a job-to-job basis. Also in digital, we run 2 ESCO C64 cutting tables as our primary digital cutting solution. We not only cut digitally, but we also run smaller sheets and bring them back to the plant for analog cutting and creasing as well. This is one of 2 C64 ESCO tables by Kongsberg, and as you can see, with automatic feeding, we have manual takeoff on these machines, and we run these cutting creasing lines 18 to 20 hours a day. One of the things that we pride ourselves in is our print capability across multiple disciplines. As I said previously, we hold our G7 master certification in flexo, digital, and proofing, but we only use G7 master certified offset printers. So in the same display, we can blend digital, flexo, offset into the same display and be seamless in all the color management and print quality and execution going to retail. Just part of the daily routine, we're doing calibration on our digital printing and verifying it to the standard in the profiles that were built into the press. We do take color management very seriously. Just want to say thank you to everybody for joining us for this virtual tour of our company. We're very proud of it, very proud of the people, and we want to thank you for participating in the teleconference, and happy to answer any questions or any inquiries as you may have as we go through this and any time afterwards. And thank you, and everybody stay safe.
Dusobox is committed to deliver the most advanced graphics packaging, elevating the industry standards, and providing customers with the brilliant and effective packaging of the future.